Hey guys, it's Isabella here and welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be my review of Marvel's Ironheart series. So let's just get into this. So, as always, I have written all my thoughts down. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my iPad. So, let's just get into this because I have quite a bit to say. Some of it good, some of it bad, or annoying. Take your pick. So let's just get into this. This will contain spoilers, so just fair warning. But you guys probably know because I will probably put it in the title. So anyway, first thing first, the show starts with Riri getting kicked out of MIT. I was completely shocked by this start to the series because I was like, oh, Riri, why? Why were you stupid enough to go and do things you shouldn't be doing? Just to make a stupid suit, and now she's got kicked out of MIT. I was just like, girl, you're so smart. Why are you doing this? And this thought in my head about her comes up a lot throughout this series, so I won't get into it now. But yeah, she gets herself in trouble, and I was like, well, this is a interesting way to start a series. One of the smartest characters in the MCU didn't get to go to MIT. We all know who that is, Peter Parker. And now one of our younger heroes gets kicked out of MIT. So everyone's just not lucky with MIT. But yeah, I was completely shocked by that. And I just wasn't sure where this series was gonna go. And then I figured it out eventually. But yeah. So something that bugged me in the series was Riri herself a bit of the time. See, I got the impression that Riri was like super smart, as I'm sure we all have after watching Black Panther 2. I was just like, I really like this character. She seems really smart and really like likable. She seems so fun, and I was just like super excited to see her in this series. Then I got annoyed with her, and I was just like, Riri, you are such a smart individual. Why do you keep making stupid decision after stupid decision in this show? I was getting so frustrated with her, I didn't know what to do. After I finished the 3rd episode and had to wait a week, I was like, girl, you screwed up big time. First you choose to work with these criminals, which already, you should be smart enough to know that this is not smart. I get you're desperate, but you're working with dangerous individuals. You're just 19. Like, this is not smart behavior. So I was dumbfounded by a lot of her stupid decisions. Putting someone else's life on the line. And we'll talk about that character in a moment. I was just like, girl, you're selfish. And the other character I'm talking about, he states that to her next time he sees her, and he's in the slammer because of her. So yeah, Riri destroys some lives and makes some stupid decisions that puts her whole family in danger, and there was no need for that. But anyway, after being frustrated with Riri, I was also scared for her after the 3rd episode. I was scared for her in terms of what came next because of her stupid mistakes. And now I got to see the outcome and got to see a certain character's life get like, basically go to shit because of her. And yeah, it was just, I went from frustration at her to being scared for her, and it's kind of like that throughout the whole show, basically. I don't understand this character. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but man. So anyway, the character in question that she ruined his life is Stane's son from the first Iron Man movie. I was shocked when he appeared. I mean, I knew Ironheart might be connected to Iron Man in some way, like Riri's stepfather really admiring Iron Man and Tony Stark, but I didn't see a previous villain's offspring showing up, and he's actually a really fun character. I was like, this guy is kind of a bit quirky and kind of a bit like likes to keep to himself, but he's also quite smart, and Riri opens him up to being this guy who wants to use technology to help people and to help the world, and I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed his character. He goes down a bit of a dark road because of Riri, and I don't know what's next for his character. But I hope he doesn't stay down a darker path, and become his father, because that would be just sad. He's such a nice guy. It would be so awful for him to just become this bad guy. Ugh, that would suck. But at least he learned to stand up for himself and stop being a doormat. So I liked that in his character development. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about his character. Parker Robbins as a villain didn't feel that intimidating in the beginning. After the third episode's ending, I felt a bit scared. A little bit. Because I wasn't sure what he was capable of. I don't think any of us were, and I think that's it. Fear of the unknown makes us more scared of something than if we know what that something is. And, yeah, but I felt his defeat was just anticlimactic. It was kind of easy. I mean, Riri's plan went perfect. No hitches. And there's always usually a hitch in a main battle, but nope. So, yeah, I was okay with it. It wasn't the best battle I've seen in the MCU, but it was okay. Also, I felt that Parker Robbins, his reasons for what he's doing, like, in the show are pretty justified. I mean, his dad pretty much just kicked him out, disowned him, and he was like, 9 years old? And he basically tells his son when he's an adult right in front of him, I didn't give a shit about you. Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. He deserves everything you're giving to him. I was like, wow, this guy's a total dick. Wow. So, I was kind of rooting for him to get vengeance on his dad a little bit. But yeah, that's all I think about his character, really. Anthony Ramos does a good job. The character has good charisma. Definitely draws you in. You want to know more about him, and you get to learn. And yeah, that was fun. There was also a little subplot of romance in the show with Riri and her dead best friend's brother, which I'm not a huge fan of best friend's brother romances, but it was cute. There was no kiss, there was no nothing, but you felt the vibes. There were vibes. And I liked the guy. He had some good advice to give her. He was really just comforting her when she needed it. And at some points he was mad at her, and he had total props for telling her like it is. So I gave him props for that. Yeah, I liked him. He was pretty chill, pretty cool. I liked him. And yeah, he likes music. I love music. Let's see. Let's get to the whole AI of Riri's best friend Natalie, who's dead. That was creepy. Very creepy and very off-putting. Me and my mother were very weirded out for like the first 2 episodes. And the first like 3 episodes, and then it kind of grew on me. And it kind of grew to be kind of wholesome. And as soon as I was starting to feel the wholesomeness, the AI basically gets killed. So Riri loses her friend again. So that was kind of depressing. Make us care for a character and just gone. I was a bit sad, but yeah, Riri had to learn that, like, that's not your friend. Your friend is dead, and there's just deal with it. Having an AI who's a version of your friend, it's not the same, and that's not a healthy way to cope with the death of her. So I was just like, girl, you need to let this go, but it was also kind of sad, so I was just in my feels. I feel like the characters in this show were given good enough backgrounds. They weren't given like great backstories of any kind, especially the guys on the crew, Parker's crew. They were given some backstory, but just like medium level, nothing really deep. So yeah, I didn't dislike any characters, so I guess that tells you that they did a good job with the characters. But again, Riri was the one I was just in my feels about all the time. She was just like frustrated, scared for her. I don't know what to feel with this girl. So yeah, I liked Riri's mom. She was definitely there for her and really just wanted to keep her safe and protect her. And Riri was not giving her an easy time of it. Really, she wasn't. Riri was very apprehensive to let her mother in. She was basically just pretending like everything was fine. And her mother could tell nothing was fine. But, you know, you want your kid to come to you, and it's like you try to trust your kid that they know they will come to you when they're ready. And, you know, eventually they do talk. And I like that they finally started communicating, because she was in deep shit, Riri, and she definitely needed her family support. And she got some, so great. The ending for me can feel like a complete character arc. Felt more like a character circle. She learned nothing from the whole show, and basically nothing about dealing with grief. There's a whole section of one episode about dealing with grief and remembering the good times you had with these people. And she just brings her dead friend back from the dead by making a deal with the literal devil. Like, girl, I get it's the MCU and they need to leave her story open to continue, but they could have done that another way. Like, now I'm just worried about Riri again, even though I'm freaking frustrated with her stupid decision to even make a deal with the devil in the first place. Like, girl, you're smart. What the fudge are you doing? I'm telling you, every decision she made frustrated me. And maybe that's the reason why I kept watching. I don't know. Oh, brother. Anyway, yeah. Who knows if Mephisto has her soul or not. But based on this character story throughout the show, I was just mad at her because I was like, Ramonda's sacrifice feels like it was for nothing. Like, this girl's just making stupid mistake after stupid mistake, and now has probably given her life or soul to Mephisto. I don't know exactly what the price is for the so-called bringing your friend back from the dead. I felt sorry for Riri in Black Panther 2, and that she was being hunted to basically be killed. But now if I go back and watch that movie, I'm gonna be like, you should have died. The Queen of Wakanda is a better person than you, and way smarter. Like, she gave her life for you. And now you're just spitting in her face. I mean, what are you doing? So yeah, I was not happy with her. Because if it wasn't for her, Ramonda would still be alive. I'm just like, girl, what are you doing with your second chance at life? You are squandering it. Oh, brother. Anyway, final thoughts. The first half of the show was really good. The second half felt a bit dragged out. And it wasn't my favorite. Especially with the ending. It just kind of didn't stick it. I did still really enjoy the show. Did I love it? No. But I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It was a fun little watch. But yeah, a lot of things Riri did just kept pissing me off. I recommend you watch it. But it's not something I would rewatch very frequently or maybe ever. Maybe I'd rewatch it if I had to rewatch it for like the next project that Riri Williams appears in the MCU. But that's it. I don't really think I'd rewatch this series. It's not my favorite. Me, if something is like my absolute favorite, I will rewatch it like at least once a year, or even more than that if I absolutely love it. So, yeah, like Loki. Loki, I would watch that series every year. Like, it's so good. But yeah, I don't know about this show. It was a good, fun watch. But yeah, that's it. I thought it would be better than this, but it wasn't terrible. So, yeah, that's my review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like so I know to make more Marvel videos, since you guys seem to like these as well as my Disney animated stuff. And yeah, please comment down below what you thought of Ironheart, and please subscribe for more reviews and stuff of this nature. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye!